Okay, it's the afternoon of June 7th. There's a couple little thoughts crossing my head. When the pandemic hit across America, we all tried to do our part to keep it from spreading. We all wore the mask, wore the gloves, all that good stuff, washed our hands a million times, which is what our parents and grandparents taught us how to do, people of my generation. That's kind of like a new thing for people today, so I don't know if people have been teaching them to do that. Hand sanitizer, I never much cared for. I mean, in places like hospitals, I think it's great, but for normal everyday use, most of the time, no. Soap and water will take care of it. Because actually, basic science, the body has two sets of germs on it. One is the bad kind that makes you sick. And then there's actually good germs whose sole purpose is to fight the bad germs. When you're using hand sanitizer, what it does is it kills not just the bad germs, but also kills the good germs, so it weakens your immune system if you're using this stuff all the time. But people don't understand that. So getting back to my point. When the pandemic hit, you could not find stuff like hand sanitizer and gloves and stuff because the news media, thanks to them, has put people in a panic, and so they go out hoarding things, but ordinary people don't have access to them, especially the older people. But as in some areas we slowly but surely were starting to come out of this, when the incident, as I call it, in Minneapolis occurred. Now, anybody with half a brain will tell you that what happened there is wrong, and that something should be done. I agree with that. But what I don't agree with is the reaction, because people let their emotions cloud their brain so they cannot think clearly. Now, most people will know and have already figured out that in regard to the protest, the people who are doing the rioting and the looting are not the same people who are protesting. This is a different group who has a different agenda, which has yet to be figured out. But they're doing the kind of piggybacking of peaceful protests, so it seems like some of the peaceful protesters are getting out of hand when really it's not. I'm going to back up a minute on the protest. In Nashville, we were just starting into phase 2 of a 4-stage process to resume some normalcy in our lives. We were in the middle of phase 2 when what happened to George Floyd happened. And this is what disappoints me, is that the mayor of Nashville in our area has decreed that you cannot go to church, but yet it's okay to get out and protest. Now, I'm not bad-mouthing the protest. I'm just saying it's the timing. You cannot go into some place of the business which haven't even opened yet because of the pandemic. But yet you can get thousands and thousands of people downtown close together, majority of the people not wearing masks, and that's okay. I am baffled by that. If people can get out and protest, then they can go to church. It's simple. If it's safe to get out there and be with people and protest, and it's safe for people to attend their church and worship. We had a very inspirational service today online, but just imagine how much better it would have been to share them with everyone in our congregation. Now, back to what I was saying. I was really annoyed that we're stuck in this phase 2, but yet people are protesting and that's allowed. I don't understand how. It defies logic of the common sense, because if we are still afraid of this pandemic, of people getting sick because of people crowding close together, then how is it wise to get out there and protest? You know, and I won't go into the whole other thing. That's my main point right now. I won't go into the whole rioting thing because that's another issue, but my issue is the safety of our communities. If we can get out and protest, then we should be able to resume our lives, go to church, conduct business. There are kids who have not had their proms and graduations have those. You know, when our loved ones have passed, let us attend the funeral, which is another thing, because we're not allowed to have funerals, but let George Floyd, because his special circumstances, allowed to have a funeral. How is that? It's like I see double standards going all around, and I don't think it's right. You know, if we're at a standard health-wise, and you're telling us to do certain things to keep healthy, to avoid catching this pandemic, this disease, then it should be all across the board. There should be no exceptions. There should be no protests, no riots or whatever. You know, it should be all the same. But yet our leaders are not doing that. And they have probably been doing that for a long time. We just really haven't noticed. And I'd like to ask the mayor of Nashville and our governor, what's up with that? Why is it that people can get out and protest, but I can't go to my church to worship? Think about that and let me know.